The Reader, Episode 1. Why am I reading? Well, I'm reading because so many people won't take the time to do it. There's too much to do, I suppose, too much to see. Malls and reality TV, movies and social media. People don't read. We live in a fast-paced world, and to read is like meditation. You must be slow and present to read. A book is like this magical object. So you start reading a book as one person, and you can come out on the other side of that book transformed and completely different. So I'm reading to you because I'm honoring the writer, I'm honoring the scholar, the poet, the thinker. These are important people. These are the people that lead us, and we need to honor them. So that's why I'm reading to you today. I want to give a special thanks for help with this video to Anton Sterling, who advised on all the cinematography, to my darling Sundiata Ibrahim Evans, who is the editor, and my loving and always supportive husband, Juka Evans, who's working on production, unbeknownst to him. Anyway, so today I'm reading from a book called The Citizen by Claudia Rankine. She recently introduced to her work and fell in love. So she is going to kick off this series, and we'll see how long this marathon lasts. But tell you a little bit about Claudia Rankine. Claudia Rankine is the author of 4 previous books, including Don't Let Me Be Lonely, An American Lyric. Her work recently appeared in The Guardian, the New York Times Book Review, the New York Times Magazine, the Washington Post. She's Chancellor of the Academy of American Poets and the winner of the 2014 Jackson Poetry Prize, and is a contributing editor of Poets and Writers. She's a Frederick Isman Professor of Poetry at Yale University. The man at the cash register wants to know if you think your card will work. If this is his routine, he didn't use it on the friend that went before you. As she picks up her bag, she looks to see what you will say. She says nothing. You want her to say something, both as a witness and as a friend. She's not you. Her silence says so. Because you are watching all of this take place, even as you participate in it. You say nothing as well. Come over here with me, your eyes say. Why on earth would she? The man behind the register returns your card and places the sandwich and Pellegrino in a bag, which you take from the counter. What is wrong with you? This question gets stuck in your dreams. Another friend tells you you have to learn not to absorb the world. She says sometimes she can hear her own voice saying silently to whomever, you are saying this thing and I'm not going to accept it. Your friend refuses to carry what does not belong to her. You take in things you don't want all the time. The second you hear or see some ordinary moment in all its intended targets, all the meanings behind the retreating seconds, as far as you are able to see, come into focus. Hold up. Did you just hear? Did you just say? Did you just see? Did you just do that? Then the voice in your head silently tells you to take your foot off your throat, because just getting along shouldn't be the ambition. Part 4. To live through the days, sometimes you moan like a deer. Sometimes you sigh. The world that stop that. Another sigh. Another stop that. Moaning elicits laughter. Sighing upsets. Perhaps each sigh is drawn into existence to pull in to pull under. Who knows? Truth be told, you could no more control those sighs than that which brings the sighs about. The sigh is a pathway to breath. It allows breathing. That's just self-preservation. No one fabricates that. You sit down, you sigh. You stand up, you sigh. The sighing is a worrying exhale of an ache. You wouldn't call it an illness. Still, it is not the iteration of a free being. What else to liken yourself but to an animal, that ruminant kind? You like to think your memory goes back far, though remembering was never recommended. Forget all that, the world says. The world's had a lot of practice. No one should adhere to the facts that contribute to narrative, the facts that create lives. To your mind, feelings are what create a person. Something unwilling, something wild, vandalizing, whatever skull it holds. Those sensations form someone. The headaches begin then. Don't wear sunglasses in the house, the world says. Though they soothe sight, soothe you. The head's ache evaporates into a state of numbness, a cave of sighs. Over the years, you lose the melodrama of seeing yourself as a patient. The sighing ceases. The headaches remain. You hold your head in your hands. You sit still. Rarely do you lie down. You ask yourself, how can I help you? A glass of water? Sunglasses? The enteric-coated tablets live in your purse next to your license. The sole action of it is to turn on tennis matches without the sound. Yes, and though tennis isn't a cure for feeling, it is a clean displacement of effort, will, and disappointment. The world is wrong. You can't put the past behind you. It's buried in you. It's turned your flesh into its own cupboard. Not everything remembered is useful, but it all comes from a world to be stored in you. Who did that to whom on which day? Who said that? She said what? What did he just do? She really just said that? He said what? What did she do? Did I hear what I think I heard? Did that just come out of my mouth, his mouth, your mouth? Do you remember when you sighed? Memory is a tough place. You were there. If this is not the truth, it is also not a lie. There are benefits to being without nostalgia. Certainly nostalgia and not being without nostalgia relieve the past. Sitting here, there are no memories to remember, just a ball going back and forth, shored up by this external net. The problem is not one, a lack of memories. The problem is simply a lack before, during, and after. The chin and your cheek fit into the palm of your hand. Feeling better? The ball isn't being returned. Someone is approaching the umpire. Someone is upset now. You fumble around the remote to cancel mute. The player says something, and the formerly professional umpire looks down from her high chair as if regarding the unreasonable child, a small animal. The commentator wonders if the player will be able to put this incident aside. No one can get behind the feeling that caused a pause in the match. Not even the player trying to put her feelings behind her, dumping ball after ball into the net. Though you can retire with an injury, you can't walk away because you feel bad. Feel good. Feel better. Move forward. Let it go. Come on, come on, come on. In due time, the ball is going to go back and forth over the net. Now the sound can be turned back down. Your fingers cover your eyes. Press them deep into their sockets. Too much commotion. Too much for a head remembering to ache. Move on. Let it go. Come on. Thank you for letting me read to you a few excerpts from Citizen, an American Lyric by Claudia Rankine. Please go and get the book. Take care.